We have a voicemail number. That number is 219-2-DAVID-P. Call anytime if you have questions, comments, criticisms about the show. Here's a government shutdown related idea that a caller left on our voicemail line.
Hey, David. For every day the government is shut down, everyone that has the power to open or shut down the government should be fined for each day. Then they'll know how we feel, because I really need to get paid.
I understand that. And I understand the frustration. I understand the desperation that a lot of people are in right now when you consider that something like 78% of the U.S. population is effectively living paycheck to paycheck, that something like half the population would not be able to afford an unexpected $400 expense. I understand what's going on, and I have friends who are also not getting paid right now. But I don't think the idea of finding everybody who has the power to open the government is going to work. I don't think it'll work logistically, and I don't think it'll work theoretically. If you're Trump, you don't care about some kind of fine for every day that government is closed. If you're an elected official, I don't see how you can be fined personally for the fact that the government is not open. So I understand the frustration. I sympathize with what's going on, and I empathize with it as well. But we need to make decisions at the voting booth to prevent these shutdowns from happening in the first place, rather than trying to put in place a fine for people that are not ending the shutdown, because I just don't think it'll work. I don't think it's the right focus. But I hear you, and I understand why you're so frustrated. And I hope, my friends who I spoke to over the weekend, they mostly said, this has basically gone on as long as any shutdown, so I'm sure that it'll be opened any day now. Of course, it's been 4 more days since I spoke to them, and the government is still closed. We have a fantastic bonus show planned for you today. The father of DNA says he still believes in a link between race and IQ, and his lab has now stripped him of his titles. We'll talk about a second U.S. judge blocking the Trump administration's birth control rules. That's very good news. We'll see if it holds up. And Stormy Daniels, the mistress of Donald Trump, is now suing the Columbus, Ohio police over that strip club arrest, which realistically, I think we can say, may have been politically motivated. We'll talk about all 3 of those stories and more on today's bonus show. Thanks to everybody for watching. Make sure you become a member at www.joinpakman.com or make a Patreon pledge at patreon.com/David Pakman Show, because there is more show available. It's the bonus show, and it starts in just a couple of minutes.